So, yeah.
And how would you describe your childhood?
My childhood was, I mean, it was good. It was, you know, I went through some stuff, but I didn't let what I went through, like, you know, I wouldn't say that I had a bad childhood because of it, but I did go through a lot of stuff that a lot of the girls that, you know, are on your channel say that they go through, you know, the abuse and stuff.
You're closer to your mom or your dad?
I'm not really close to both. I was more close to my grandma. Yeah.
She stepped in when your mom passed away?
Yeah. Well, she was always in the picture because my dad would always travel for work and stuff. But yeah, she was the one that held it down whenever my dad wasn't present.
What were you like in high school?
I was kind of bad. I was a very curious, I was really curious. And my dad and my stepmom are really strict, so I feel like that kind of just made me like even more curious and made me want to, you know, just go do more just because they were trying to stop me from living like a certain way. So it just made me want to live like that even more and chase all the things that they were like trying to keep me away from and whatnot. But yeah, I was kind of bad.
You graduated?
Yeah, I did though.
And after you graduated, where'd your life go from there?
So after I graduated, I actually, I moved back up north with my grandma for a few months. And I had actually signed up for college and was going to go to college, but I just didn't. And yeah, I was out there for a few months just working. I was working a regular job, and I decided that I wanted to move back to Bakersfield. I missed my siblings, I missed my friends, I just missed my life. And so I moved back to Bakersfield, and I wasn't living back at home anymore with my parents. I had already moved out. And I really didn't have anywhere to go. And so I started stripping. I was still working like a regular square job, but I started stripping, and yeah.
How long did you work at the club?
I was only there for a few months, actually. Probably like 6 months.
And
that was the introduction to craziness.
Which is?
I basically got introduced to the game because I was, you know, dancing and stuff. But then I stopped stripping because my parents ended up finding out. And even though I was already grown, they still, like, they were so strict that they made me move back home. Like, I left my apartment. I left, obviously, my job. I left everything behind. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything. And so I moved back home, and then I found out I was pregnant, and my whole life changed, but for the greater.
But you started working as an escort?
So when I was stripping, that's when I got introduced to it, yes. But that wasn't like something that I was doing all the time. It was just like here and there, if that makes sense. But
how long were you doing that kind of stuff?
That was very short-lived, well, at that time. So then, like how I said, I got pregnant. I completely changed like my whole entire life. I went full-blown square bear. Like, I was basically a stay-at-home mom, playing housewife, and, you know, raising the babies and stuff. And then my children's dad and I, excuse me, we decided to go our separate ways. And yeah, our breakup at first, like, it wasn't easy. You know, we just both went and did our own thing, and I was kind of left with the bills. Like, I had this man taking care of the bills, I had him taking care of everything, and then one day all that just stops. And so, you know, I had to go make it happen, and I had to use my resources and what I know, and that's when I just, like, kind of dipped my foot back in the game and, you know, just did it whenever I needed to. It wasn't like I was just out there, like, full-fledged, you know? But, yeah.
And you've been doing it now for how